on the song. Oh. My brother, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, don't be by power, oh. Don't be by sense, yo. Nobody special pass. My sister, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, don't be by power, oh. Don't be by sense, yo. Nobody special pass. Shebi na God will bless me higher. Seven God now lift me higher. Nobody really say could get go blow me higher. We know the tire and the work we they do will bring the rubber. They tell me so many no, but I know they ginger me oh, and I know they give up me oh. Oh God, if nobody encourage you, encourage yourself. Oh. That's why I said kerosene, even second coconut. You know, so many they underrate. Ele do my elevate. Baba shame all of them when they hate. My brother, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, don't be by power, oh. Don't be by sense, yo. Nobody special pass. My sister, God can bless anybody. Make you no look down on anybody. As you see me so, don't be by power, oh. Don't be by sense, yo. Nobody special pass. Special pass, oh. You see, bring no FIFA for one person roof. Oh, yeah, make I show you the proof. Na pota kope mi ade, oh. Let do my pick in my car. I see for the streets. I don't see love, see I don't take defeat. I don't see love, see I don't take defeat. I don't forget when I beg for something to eat. Now I'm leaving. All right, folks. Welcome to another edition. Welcome to the show here at Talk TV Media Network. It's a beautiful day. Another Sunday here in Green Country, Oklahoma. Another Sunday from your neck of the woods. Wherever you're watching us from, wherever you're coming or listening to, it's another day. It's another Sunday. So we'd love to welcome you to the show, and enjoy the gospel train, the gospel ride, the gospel cruise with us today here at Talk TV Media Network. We will talk a little bit of politics about happenings in a religious aspect, with what's going on trending in Liberia, especially today, as well as what's happening here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Today is the 21st of May. Wow. The year is going fast, folks. The fifth month of the year is going. And those of you who are watching, who are celebrating your birthdays today, would love to say happy birthdays. You know, this month is a special month. You know, every month is special. Every month is unique and special to all of you, our viewers, all of you listeners who are celebrating your birthdays. So we'd love to welcome you to the show today. My name is Sam Gadu. Join, find a seat wherever you are, relax, tune in, and enjoy the best of gospel listening today. Especially those of you who could not make it to church today. This is how we're going to start it. We're going to raise it. We're going to raise the bar a little bit tough, hard today. Yeah, so you can really enjoy the songs here at Talk TV. So, but before we get into what we have to say today, I want you to enjoy this piece. All right? That's it. Let me find it right here.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome, folks. Welcome today for another edition here at Talk TV Media, the Gospel Cruise. Yeah, in the nation, Green Country, Oklahoma, wherever you're watching us from. Today, in as much I want to welcome you, I want to give you developments of what's happening on the ground in Liberia. Church services were being disrupted today in Liberia by alleged disgruntled seditions. And we would love to talk about it. Is this something that should be happening in the nation of Liberia, especially Sunday, going to a church? Are the churches safe? Are the churches protected? If Prince Johnson is a wanted man, it will be clear by the word or by the justice system of Liberia. But is he? Or are people just trying to create issues to disorganize the peace of Liberia? This is disheartening to see what happened. A church service is ongoing, and a group of supporters of the government shows up to disrupt that. Inasmuch I stand on the side of justice, inasmuch this medium, this platform, and I'm speaking for me as well, stand for justice, to making sure that those who committed atrocities be brought to book, to justice. This does not give anyone the right to go to a church, a place of worship, to disrupt a service. This doesn't give anyone that right. Yes, we know Charles Taylor is behind bars. Yes, Prince Johnson and other people supposed to be coming. Life is not fair, but we saw during the course of the week when the current Vice President, Madam Joy Howard Taylor, made assertions in the Senate. And Prince Johnson had announced that he was not going to respond until today. So because of that, it's alleged that Prince Johnson, from his mouth and other sources, that supporters of Madam Taylor and the city mayor ganged up together to go out there and disrupt those services. This is what I'm talking about. And this guy shows up in their, party brigadier, as one will have it, chanting, singing songs, war crime court. This is not the church is not a political ground. And this is going to be a recipe for disaster if the church community, the leaders of Liberia, the Church of Liberia doesn't rise up, pastors and leaders, and make a stand. People will not have respect for church, going in and causing atrocities. There are areas in society that violence and atrocities and gangs should not just go. Even during the war, people went to church. People saw church as a place of safety, as a place of rescue. Hospitals is a place of safety, a place of rescue. But for people to take violence outside into the church, it's ridiculous. It's unimaginable. But before I even play that, talked about that more, just like the gospel train here cruising, I want to make sure that we cruise today together, especially to those of you who could not make it to church today. You sit there, listen, enjoy the music with me, and make your comments down there. I love to hear from you. All of you who are watching us, whatever medium or platform you're watching us from, special Sunday treat to you, my man Kelati himself. Yeah, First Lady Naomi Goko, welcome to the show. All of you watching out there, share the link, share the link, share the link. But as always, music, go there. Whatever you do, rich man, enjoy.
I thought the problem to be all day. Even you don't get money all day. No taxi will won't wait all day. All day. All day. Now I am only met yourself. No talent is good all day. But there will not be longer. All day. All day. No sultan the pop can delay. I say people, let's take it easy. In this world, I say the rocky one day a blessing will show favor. In all things, give thanks to the papi. Build your fish too, don't ever lose it. Anything that happens, just grow. Go there, stay there, stay there, stay there. You ready, down there, we don't need it. No. Go there, stay there, stay there, stay there. You ready, down there, we don't need it. No. I thought the problem would be
Go there,
evil you don't get me.
go there,
No taxi will won't wait.
go there, go there, go there,
Now I am only met
go
yourself.
there.
No talent is good power, but there will not be longer. It go better. One day, yes, it go better. It go better. One day, it go better. Anybody ask how you doing? The place stay there, how you living? Who be done? I mean, how you pay? In the south, yes, you will make it. Any challenges, you will pass it. You enjoy your future. I thought the problem would be evil you don't get me. No tax you were born to pay. Now I am only good to yourself. I know challenges will come, but they will not be longer. It go better. One day, yes, it go better. It go better. One day, it go better.
Oh yeah. Wherever you are, no matter what's going on in your life, God is there, as the song says. That was a special piece by one of our Liberian artists, Rich Man, called Rich Man. Special. And Facebook got no copyrights to all the songs, folks. Welcome to the show. Those of you, hey, my boy over there, Abraham multimedia journalist, Collie Jr. Welcome to the show. All of you watching, wherever you are. It is a beautiful day here in the city of Green Country, Oklahoma. Yeah, the weather is, perfect. That's all I can say. But folks, something happened very intriguing, something shocking happened during the days of the war. 14 years to 15 years of war in Liberia. We witnessed this. We've seen atrocities, especially some of us who gruesomely went through the civil crisis and saw heinous crimes committed during the days of the civil war. We do not want to see the peace of Liberia destabilized. We do not want to see the peace of Liberia disrupted by any hooligans. What is this beret, green beret stuff doing? These party loyalists, or what they might call themselves. If you want to organize a protest, I think there are safe places. The government of Liberia will give you protection to organize your protest. But Sunday morning service is ongoing, and you show up to disrupt services in church. This is absurd. Inasmuch as many of you would love to see Prince Johnson get his due process, due court of, process of law in a court of law, his day. What about all the rest of the people who decided today to go to church, to worship at that church? Nothing was done. People who pay their monies, transportation, travel afar to come to go to church. Everything was disrupted. Hooligans alleged from the CDC party headquarters were sent. Alleged. Remember the word I said, alleged. From what we heard, that Vice President Joy Howard Taylor sent them because Prince Johnson wanted to respond to what she said this week, during the course of the week. And what she said was very political at the Capitol, that electing Jeremiah Kuhn, the Unity Party appointing and electing Jeremiah Kuhn as their vice president, as their running mate, was tantamount to making Prince Johnson the next president of Liberia, if in case, according to her words, Ambassador Barker, former Vice President Barker becomes president and he died. I think those statements out of the mouth of the vice president were absurd in the first place. As a leader, you don't make those kind of comments towards or another leader. You got to have the mutual. So what is your intention? You're trying to put fear in the minds of the people that Ambassador Barker is going to die in office. You can't. That was loosed. What was she thinking when I heard her say that? That if he dies in office, if he's elected and he dies in office, apparently the next successor in line for the presidency is Jeremiah Kuhn. And if Jeremiah Kuhn becomes president, that is making Prince Johnson president. That was her assertion. And Prince Johnson did not respond to that. Prince Johnson said he was going to respond today. And because of that response today, hooligans were sent to go and disrupt the services at the church. Folks, we cannot condone this. This is a democratic country. This is a democratic state. Freedom of speech must be exercised. And this doesn't even have a good image on the government, the George Weah-led government, because the videos are there to be seen. If I were George Weah, I will make sure that Prince Johnson is safe and secure, that one day he can have his day in court. But since my thing is, another question I would like to pose is, why is it that the opposition, the ruling party, is so crazy since the UP appointed Jeremiah Kuhn as vice president? Why are they crazy? Because once upon a time they were all bed, lying in the same bed, fellows lying together. Pictures are there when PYJ was supporting them, sitting on vehicles, and they became, what they are today. So because the man decided not to support them, he's now an enemy of the state. This is ridiculous, folks. You cannot do this. This is politics. I'm with you today. Tomorrow, if I decide not to support you because of your policies, because of the way you run in the government, I become an enemy? No. This is a civil society where freedom of speech is allowed. But folks, today is Sunday. I don't want to get really get into politics. The only reason why I brought the issue up is it has to do with the church. And where are the leaders, the church in Liberia on this? Because they need to make their position known. This is one of their own. Prince Johnson wears different hats. He wears a hat of a journalist, not journalist, of a senator. He wears a hat of a citizen of Liberia. He wears a hat of a pastor of a church. He wears a hat as one of the elders for Nimba County. You may ignore Prince Johnson, but he's a political weight in Liberia. He's a political weight. You cannot have this happening around the country or happening around and you think this is a good thing. This is not good for us. It is not good for the nation. It's not good for the state. It is not. Folks, no. We need to find ways to making sure that this doesn't work because it is not good. I give you one more song and I will come back to play you the tape. All right? Thank you so much. All of you, join the show. Enjoy the gospel train, the gospel ride here at Talk TV Media Network. Powerful, powerful. Now you the rain. Now you the rain.
Authentic God, authentic I serve a living God, oh, even the devil knows, say not true, oh. I serve a living God, oh, everybody knows, say now you the rain, oh. I serve a living God, oh, even the devil knows, say not true, oh. I serve a living God, oh, everybody knows, say now you the rain, oh. I serve a living God, oh,
I serve a living, nah. Oh. Not true, oh. Yeah. I serve a living God. Oh.
Not true, from the east to the west, there's like over and about nobody. All the glory and honor belongs to no one else but you. What's not enough to express the way that I feel for all you have done, oh Papa. Oh, Papa, say, give how you died, you rose again. Oh, Papa, say, you came how you died, you rose again. Papa, collect the glory and the honor. At your rest, nobody fit drag up with you. Take the glory and the honor. At your rest,
Now you the rain, no. 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 Ay, ay, ay. Jesus the rain.
Alpha and Omega, your glory, no one can share. Jehovah, anything you talk, you the doer. You get the power to say, heal and deliver. Hosanna, the angels to sing hallelujah. you know they lie, you know they fail, you know they carry my matter they play. See yesterday, you call me your own. When it reach my turn, Lord, you know they delay. From generation to generation, from Liberia to Jamaica, you know they carry last, you know they carry last. You know they,
Ote, 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 ote,
Easy concepts.
All right, folks. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Gospel Cruise here, Talk TV Media Network. Today, it's a Gospel Cruise, but we are talking things or issues that are concerning the church in Liberia, and that has to do with the disruption that took place today. Senator Prince Ward Johnson church in Liberia, and violence is something we all must condemn. You know, disruption, especially violence that could bring about chaos, violence that will bring about destroying the peace. We must absolutely stand up for the truth. We must rise up as a people because this year election 2023 in Liberia, they will be heated. It's going to be hot because those who are the cronies, those who are corrupt, will not want to leave the helm of power. So it's going to take a lot of fight. Huh? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a lot of fight. Oh, Moses is man watching all the way in Lofa County. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But what we're talking about, listen to Senator Prince Johnson addressing it in the church earlier on today, this morning, before he could walk out, right? So people went to wait for the response, and then others went to disrupt.
The guns, they are armed from the city police. I have sent people, they know them very well. I sent 17 the back of them there, and they are well prepared to So next Sunday, we'll give my response. Okay? My response. So I will, because the spirit will take that, I appreciate it. But if now we lead to violence and bloodshed, I wouldn't want that. I want to be protected. By next Sunday, it will be back all on the side. And inform people to be present. You don't want war. And Peter is but for your sake, I don't want to do that. That's something we need to strong. When you come here with the prayer, let's God bless you.
So we are here at the Church of Evangelist Prince Johnson. Troops, seditions, some people believe to be seditions, have come to this service. So Senator Prince Johnson has said that he has finally canceled the service. So here are people believed to be seditions with my name is I'm the vice chair of the president publicity. I'm the Thank you very much. I'm coming to the Matali today. Once the sedition, you have come.
Folks, let me hold right there. This is what's happening in Liberia. Where is the police force? You see, this is my thing. Where is the law, the peace enforcement? Where's the police? Where are they? Because they should be available to keep the peace. They should be present. Especially, these are national leaders, whether you like it or not. They are national leaders. Because with whatever happened over there, if you touch any violence, Prince Johnson, violence is going to break out in the country. And you're aware of that. He has supporters. He has people to back him up. So any attempt will disrupt the peace of Liberia, the tranquility of the nation, what the people have admired or enjoyed over the years, what everyone has suffered for, right? And to be more honest, what they don't understand they are doing, the we are led government is doing is they're making Prince Johnson more popular by doing what they're doing. You know, the best way to make someone unpopular is to ignore them. That's it. It's to ignore them. But the more attention you play on the person, you give them more credence. You give them more attention. This is what they have done or they continue to do. You know, Eugene Nangbe attacking Jeremiah Kuhn, Akaros Gray attacking. They're making these guys more popular. What? They have no grounds to work on? Guys, you know better. And that's not even politics, because that's bad politics. We saw what happened here during the days of President Obama and Hillary Clinton, when they threw all kinds of mud or whatsoever at Obama, but he didn't pay attention to what they were saying. He didn't even listen to them. He went after the issues of the day that concerns the American people. And what happened? At the end of the day, he won. So all the mud swinging and all of that, they made Obama at the time more popular. They made him more of a leader because his demeanor and the control of not responding to the noise in the market. We have a saying that says in Liberia that if you listen to the noise in the market, you will not be able to buy. So this is what's happening. The CDC-led government, man, you guys getting too much noisy, man, for no reason, causing more trouble. You see, this is what's happening. But today, we want God to reign in Liberia. We want peace in the nation of Liberia. This is what we expect in Liberia. Peace, the peace that everyone has suffered for. The blood of those who were shed in the nation of Liberia still crying to the Lord. The blood is still crying unto the Lord. And then we still want people imitating and trying to resurrect those kinds of stuff for the nation of Liberia. Unacceptable. And in that video, you will even hear when Senator Prince Johnson addressed how EP whatever security assigned to the president literally went to his house to see him. That there has been threats against his life. He should beef up his security. That threats coming from Koji, City Mayor Koji, and now from the VP. Is this how you expect to win a democratic election in the nation? You cannot do this. Let the people go to church. Listen to the rhetorics on the pulpit. For the fear of God, leave the church alone. Folks, you have all week, Monday all the way to Friday or Saturday, to run your campaign, to do your propaganda or whatever you have. Sunday is a day set aside. What happens if other people leave and go to the mosque or disrupt something somewhere? What if you having your program, other people go and disrupt? Huh? This is in the enshrined in the Constitution of Liberia, the right to freedom of speech, the right to assembly. Now you could be held liable for what comes out of your mouth, what you say, but you have the right to assemble. You have the right to speak. And today, that right was taken from Prince Johnson by alleged hooligans purported to be seditions. Folks, I'm not here to talk politics. I'm here to play music, to play your gospel song. What was it like to you today in church? If you did go to church, call the lines. Lines open. This is a WhatsApp number 539-525-1552. Call us. Be a share, your input of what happens today in Liberia. Be a part of the show. Whatever you want to talk to us about. Today is Sunday. It's a beautiful day. We must be grateful. That's what we should be doing. Too much. God has blessed me too much. Too much. God has blessed all of us too much. So let's enjoy this one.
Fable, Jazzy. For the things you do for me, oh God, I cannot tell it all. Yahweh, Yahweh, you too much. For the love you showed to me, oh God, I cannot tell it all. Yahweh, Yahweh, you too much. For the blessings you pour on me, oh God, I cannot tell it all. Yahweh, Yahweh, you too much. In Jehovah, in times of need, you've been my savior when I'm in trouble. No one fit to do these things you do. I know I'm fit to hold this to myself. Yahweh, Yahweh, no one be like you. After you, now you they do. Your love for me not true. Whoa, whoa. You embarrass me with your love, yeah. On the regular, you dey pour on me your ororo, yeah. Your blessings just they flow, for the things you do for me, oh Lord, I cannot tell it all. Yahweh, Yahweh, you're too much. For the love you showed to me, oh God, I cannot tell it all. Yahweh, Yahweh, you too much. For the blessings you pour on me, oh God, I cannot tell it all. Yahweh, Yahweh, you too much. Hey, I'll see you face to face. I'll bow down my head, I'll kiss your feet, oh. I go tell them say you be Odo. I go tell them say you be Yahweh. I go tell them say you be Lion of Judah. I go tell them say you be Mbangid. I go tell them say you be Saloba. I go tell them say you be your Lord for me. Everything there with you. See my life still because of you. You didn't make me wonder. Now you they do the wonder. Yahweh, no one be like you. No compare with you. Yahweh, Yahweh. For the things you've done for me, oh God, I cannot tell you.
For the things God has done for you, Yahweh, God is too much. Oh yeah, He's a too much God. Nobody is like Him. He's God and will always be God.
Everything you do for me, I cannot tell it all. Yahweh, Yahweh, you're too much. You've been good, you've been kind. Jesus. Yahweh, Yahweh, you're too much. I cannot tell it all. No. Yahweh, Yahweh, you too much, oh. You too Yahweh, Yahweh, you too much, oh.
Yahweh, 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 you too much. Meaning, God, you are too much. No one like you. For all the things you've done for me, for all the things God continue to do for you. Has God done something wonderful, something good for you? Yes. So you must be grateful. You know, when people doing stuff like this, I tend to wonder whether they knew that Jesus was the best politician ever that ever lived. Because Jesus was so politically inclined that he dealt with the Roman government, that he dealt with the Pharisees, the politicians, the Sadducees. Even when they accuse him, even when they tend to trap him, Jesus dealt with him. Why? Common sense wisdom. That is what Prince Ward Johnson is doing right now to the CDC-led government. Folks, that's what's happening. Oh, they say when you can't stand the heat in the kitchen, you must get outside. Because it is smoke, you in the kitchen, and the smoke is too much. When you can't stand it, get outside. That's what they say. Get outside. And you're not able to stand the kitchen on the heat that coming from the kitchen, and you don't want to get outside. Then you want to start trouble. And you know that the thing that you're playing with, that fire, when it responds, it will boil you. It's going to bat you. People can undermine everything. The truth got to be told. Prince Johnson on fire. Not because you're in government. Oh. I ain't trying to press him yet. But the man is a sitting senator. Sitting senator. You got to respect that. If his people didn't feel that he was qualified enough to represent them, there's no way they could have voted him into power. They voted him. Well, everything is online. Whatever Prince Johnson did is no secret. It's online. You go on YouTube or everywhere, you will see it. Still, the people put him there. The people still put him there. They voted him. What does that say to you? Respect that. It is the government's job to protect its citizens. He's a citizen and he's a government official elected by the people. So you must protect him. You must protect him. You know, if you talk about a whole vice president talking about killing, the word killing coming from her mouth, about another leader who has served, another vice president who has served government for almost 40 years and is the main opposition leader for your government, and you talking about killing openly on the floor of the Senate, vice president. What does that mean? We call that lapsus lingua in Latin, slip of the tongue. Ridiculous. It's not. That was politically energized. It was thoughtful by you, Senator Howard, Vice President Howard. There's no way. That was childish. It was masterminded to disrupt. When you say that as a leader, that means you do not take into value the position you hold. When you're talking about Jeremiah Kun not being vice president, not being fit, you're talking about Prince Johnson. You, Joy Howard Taylor, Madam Joy Howard Taylor, are you fit to hold that office? Because if George Weah, anything happens to George Weah right now, you are in line for the presidency. Are you fit? When your husband, you sat there by your husband for years. Your husband is locked up to the Hague. You knew all the decisions he made. You were there. What kind of advice did you give him? You're the one that caused this trouble today that got Liberia into. And you're sitting there as vice president. That qualifies you to hold that office? That qualifies you? I'm just saying it, folks. That's the truth. Joy Howard Taylor, the videos are there again. The evidence is there. Go and watch it. Former First Lady of the country. What type of advice did you give your husband during those days of war? What happened? Do you have that qualification to hold that place, that office in line, next in line, succession for the presidency? Come on now. If truth be told, because this is what we do on this network, we tell the truth. As an independent network, we tell the truth. Inasmuch what Prince Johnson did was not right during the days of the war. And when you go look behind, you follow the trail, follow the paper, you tend to realize that even Madam Salif, who held the country for 12 years, was not qualified to sit in that seat. That's truth. Because they were the financiers. They were the supporters financially behind the regime of Charles Taylor, the MPFL. They are the one that organized that. They were the one that brought Prince Johnson together and Charles Taylor. Samuel Doki, the late. All of that. That's the truth. You brought all of that together. You brought the suffering on the country. You said because of politics, you want to make it look like one man is to be blamed. Only one person is to blame. Liberians, you got to wake up. Liberians got to be smart. And the only power you have as Liberians at the ballot box. Come October. You decide that. Why do you think that after 12 years, someone serving you as vice president, and that person intend to run, and you cannot support that person? Why? Shady dealings? There's so much going undercover. Then the only way that person, you will support that person is you ask the president, the vice president, say, if I support you, will you protect me? Protect you on what? This is what caused Madam Salif to defect to George Weah. Liberians, you got to wake up. We got to get rid of all these garbage politicians. Right? You have to. Because the only power you have is at the ballot box. You have to decide that. You have to protect that. The ballot box. That is the power that you have in the Constitution given to you. Folks, enjoy your song. Let me not take all your song there. Let me give you all your song there. Before you say I'm not giving you all enough Google song there today to enjoy. Jehovah bless me. Yo.
That elaborate beat.
DJ Gus Gorilla is a Niger Kenya collabo, still alive on the streets. Ringtone, Oyana.
Kama sio Mungu dunia ingenitia uchungu, hakuta ningenyimwa, jua nayo ningekatiwa, maji ya kunywa nisingepata, hata kongele cha Mungu ningekatazwa, maskini mimi.
The way you bless me, it didn't make me high. The way you bless me, it didn't make me shine. Jehovah bless me, everybody follow me. Jehovah bless me, everybody sing along.
How listen za kubariki, ubariki bila penavyo. How listen za kubariki, ubariki bila penavyo.
Now so, your grace, let's go. The Lord is blessing me.
Bless me right now.
The Lord has favored me.
Favor me right now.
I'm walking in power.
Yes.
I'm walking in favor. Let the people talk. It's not no be my talk. The way you bless me,
The thing that make me high, the way you bless me. The thing that make me shine, Jehovah bless me. Everybody follow me, Jehovah bless me. Everybody sing along, yeah. How is it kubariki? Whoa. Kubariki bila pendavyo. How is it kubariki? Yeah. Kubariki bila pendavyo. Asante Baba, uzuri wako. Asante Baba, unipenda mimi. Asante Baba, uzuri wako. Asante sana, asante sana. Only you, hey Jehovah. Only you, yes. Only you, yes. Hey Jehovah. Only you, hey you be the one who can matter. Only you, hey you be the one who can matter. The way you bless me, yeah, you can make me high.
The way you bless me. The way God bless you, man. You gotta be grateful, man. You gotta dance with me now. Oh, that's my blessing. Yeah.
Everybody sing along.
Whoa.
DJ Das, Gorilla, the Godfather.
The way he bless you. The way God bless you. That small thing. God's blessing is not small thing. Think about where you are right now. And think about where you came. Where God has took you from. Think about that. The way God has blessed you. When you are just weeks ago, you were well and you took sick and God healed you. Just weeks ago, a month ago, or years ago, kid sick, taken to the hospital, nothing. God stepped in. God put food on your table. Some people are waking up at the end of the day, the morning, they don't even know how their day is going to end. They're just roaming around. They don't know how they're even going to eat. Think how you put something outside. You just went somewhere and the Zogo then came behind and bust your house and took stuff that you have suffered for. God's blessing. God's blessing. You must be grateful. And this is what we do here at Talk TV Media Network. We encourage and tell people to realize at the end of the day, in the midst of the hardship, in the midst of the hard time, when everything is penniless, you look in your purse, nothing. You look in a bank account, it's zero. Business is falling. Only God. Only God. You cannot depend on man. God got your back. The only back you can fall on, that God. That's it. God got your back. God has my back. God got your back. Because why? We are his children, created in his own likeness and image. He said, if I would feed the birds of the air and the lilies of the valley, how much more you that he created in his own image. So that in itself is assurance that your day is going to be better. That is it. Because why? God got your back. He will provide for you. Because the lilies of the valley, the birds of the air, they wake up and they just roam around. And God provides for them. He said, if I can do that for them, how much more you? I can provide that money for your child to go to school. I can provide that hospital or bring that healing into your body where the pain is. That's what God is saying to all of us. And this is the word I have for you all, for all of us. It's God. You know, God can do the same thing for the nation of Liberia. God can deliver. It is God that is going to deliver Liberia from the quagmire and the degradation of poverty. The hunchback that is sitting over Liberia. The Iron Man that is sitting over Liberia. Only God can remove that. So there's nothing impossible with God. Absolutely. Hey, welcome, my brother, Eba Numa Plaki, wherever you're watching, right there. Man, welcome to the show. All of you watching today, as we come to the climax of the show today. Watching live from Magibi. Let me see. What he say? What the man say? Following closer from my home in Boys Town, Magibi County. That's right. Yeah. So that's it, folks. God got your back. Can you imagine? When I left Liberia a few months ago, the rate was 150. Now it's 170. The inflation rate is high. It's crazy in the country. People struggling, people suffering. The reality is there. The fact that you have someone graduating from the university with a degree and they're going back down waterside or ready to go push wheelbarrow or market table should tell you something. Huh? A BSc holder, a master degree holder, roaming around, no job. What does that mean? What does that tell you? But you owe that to yourself. You have that power come October. You have to exercise that inalienable right enshrined in the Constitution. You have to do that. That's your voice. That is the only voice you have when you cast that ballot. Liberia, you don't want to be like the children of Israel when they're praying for a king. They say, this is the king. Give us Saul. Give us Saul. God, and whatever you ask God for, that what God will give you. God say, I will give it to you. That why you want? Why you asking for? I will give it to you. And now, why you got? You complain again. You cry again. You got to do it, folks. You got to understand. People woke up this morning. They could not see the day. They died. People are in hospitals as we speak. There are people I know in Liberia that buried people yesterday, their family members, their loved ones, crying in tears. Yes. That's it. People are believing. So the fact that you have breath coming out of your nostrils, the fact that you have breath coming out of your body, your living body, should tell you ought to be grateful to God. In fact, talking about that, let me sing it. Let me sing this song. I'm alive today. Enjoy.
I am alive today, Papa. It's by your grace. I woke up this morning. It's by your grace.
This is all for you to be grateful to the Lord.
People who have died today,
Yes.
I am not greater than them. Those people in the mortuary, I am not cooler than them. I am alive today, Papa. It's by your grace. I woke up this morning. It's by your grace. Those people who have died today, I am not greater than them. Those people in the mortuary, I am not cooler than them. Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Holy Ghost. I am alive today. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Holy Ghost. I am alive today. Hey. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for the gift of life.
Thank you for the gift of life, Lord.
As I wake up this morning, it's by your grace. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I am alive today, Papa.
It's by your grace. I woke up this morning. It is only your grace.
Those people have died today.
I am no better than them.
Those people in the mortuary, I am not pulling them there. I am alive today. It's by your grace.
I woke up this morning.
Morning is by your grace. Those people who have died today, I am not greater than them. Those people in the mortuary, I am not pulling them there. Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Jesus.
Good morning, Lord.
Good,
Good morning, Holy Ghost. I am alive today.
Good morning, Jesus.
Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Holy Ghost. I am alive today. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Holy Ghost.
Good morning, Jesus.
All right, folks. Every good thing must come to an end. And this is how we are going to end the show today. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. As we begin another week, as you begin another week, your week, in your own neck of the word, your little corner, Liberian man say, your little corner, it is my prayer that God will take you through this week. It is my prayer that whatever the enemy is planning to put before you this week, God has removed out of your way. It is my prayer that your enemies will see you rise. It is my prayer that you will dance in front of your enemies. And they will say, I didn't see it going that way. This is my prayer for you this week. A mighty breakthrough. May the heavens open over you. In all you do, that whatever you put your hand to will be blessed going forward. This is my prayer for you because it is God's word for us. You have a wonderful week. I never leave the Sunday show by not telling you that always don't do what I do. Do what God wants you to do. I salute you all, wherever you're watching. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful morning, a wonderful night. Until we meet again, right here, same place. It's been a fascinating, fascinating show today. Thank you for watching. Be safe out there. Be safe. Very, very safe out there. Watch for your brothers. Be your brother's keeper. Enjoy.
Hey, good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. Good morning, Holy Ghost. Good evening, Jesus. Good evening, Lord.